Maybe 2021 wasn't the year you'd hope for financially. Debt may be piling up, or unexpected emergency expenses and medical bills may have blindsided you. It could have gone the opposite way as well, where investments paid off and you're looking at where to put the windfall. Managing partner of Waterstone Private Wealth Management, Ken Grant, joins us this morning to dish out some advice on getting our money right for 2022. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Dave.
Finances and managing our budget, of course, it can be stressful. If we feel like we're just drowning in money problems, where do we start?
Well, there's 5 really simple steps to take. And the first one is you want to try to maximize your retirement savings plan at work. So a 401k, 403b, 457, depending on where you work. And the reason is this is where the IRS lets you put the most money back to build for your own future. And in fact, we oftentimes say, what bill would you rather pay first, yourself or any other bill that you would have? And most people say they'd rather pay themselves first, and that's using your retirement plan. If you don't have one at work, you can always then use a financial advisor and set up a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, depending on your circumstances. But the goal is put as much money back for the future as you can, because that's how you're going to live in retirement.
Budgeting. Well, I was going to say, budgeting can be a scary word, but you're talking about making a value-based budget. What does that mean?
Exactly. So budgeting is a bad word, so we oftentimes call it a spending plan, but you need to be able to spend in line with your values. If you are just blindly spending and living your day, you never know where the month goes, where the money goes. If you sit down and have a value-based budget or a spending plan, then that way you're only going to spend on your top 3 priorities, then you will actually be able to save money. You will actually know where your money goes, and you're living by design, and a conscious design, not just blindly walking through the month.
Consumer debt, what does that mean, paying off consumer debt, and what should we do with those credit cards? I think you have some really interesting advice here.
Well, so a lot of advice goes out there that debt is bad. There is no really bad debt. There's only debt you can't manage. We can advance, we get income, and we have debt that pulls us back. So it's always a drag. So one of the things we talk about is that you want to cut up your credit cards, but not cancel them, because that could actually harm your credit score. So deal with your financial professional to see how you can balance that credit score. But you could also consolidate a lot of different credit cards down to one, lower the interest rate that you pay. But the reality is it's managing the debt, not having overload of debt. And that will then help you move forward.
When you talk about saving money then outside of a retirement account, you advise people about that. So we've talked about 401k and Roth, but we should be doing additional savings?
Absolutely, because retirement savings is just for that. It's in the future. But the pandemic's taught us anything is you need resources today to help you. You need a financial emergency blanket around you. So you need to be building a savings of at least 2 to 3 months worth in your bank account, in a savings account. Anything in excess of that, you need to be investing, which becomes your financial tool to be able to maybe retire early. Or what happens if the roof comes off the house or all 4 tires come off the car? You need resources outside of your retirement account in order to be able to have that security that you're looking for. So we want to create savings, and on that value-based budget or spending plan, savings should be one of those top priorities that you have.
Finally, our plan should have actionable steps, you say. So this sounds like we don't want to get real broad and generic with what we're trying to do.
Exactly. So we help people every day with financial plans, and most people fail at trying to set a goal and keeping it, because it's that kind of broad theme of I would like to do something, but I don't have very many specifics. So we help people build a specific financial plan that helps them focus on their bucket list, the things that they value the most and they want to do, and then not only have a wishful thinking, but have an actionable dream that you can take action steps and then carry those out. In the end, if you're not being smart, meaning you don't have specific goals that are measurable and attainable and realistic, everybody wants to be a millionaire. It's just a matter of when. Well, that's achievable over time if you take the right action steps.
Any last advice for folks out there as we head into the final days of 2021?
Most people set whether it's financial goals or lifestyle goals as New Year's resolutions, and then they drop them and they don't achieve them. And it's typically because it's not really what they valued, it's what they thought they should do. They didn't have a plan, and it felt impossible to do. And I would like you to remember this. The actual word impossible says, I'm possible. And anything is possible as long as you have a plan, and get yourself a support group. Get a financial advisor who's a fiduciary who can help you set a plan for you to then achieve your goals.
Ken Grant with Waterstone, we thank you so much for joining us today. Happy New Year.
Thank you. God bless.